Bill O'Reilly here. Welcome to the No Spin News for Thursday, March 6, 2025. Stand up for your country. Well, just before tape time, President Trump announced he's pausing tariffs on Mexico. I wasn't surprised. I told you from the very beginning, all this tariff stuff is negotiation. But apparently, Donald Trump and the president of Mexico, Claudia Sheinbaum, are getting along now. And she's doing what he wants. So he's pausing the tariffs. Not in Canada. Justin Trudeau and Donald Trump don't like each other at all. A lot of that is cultural, goes back. I do expect some détente with Canada because, again, Donald Trump's pretty much going to get what he wants the Canadians to do, which is seal up the border and bring down their tariffs on American goods. But this is fluid, okay? And everybody overreacts to it, particularly the media that doesn't care about any accuracy or perspective. Just keep in mind the end game and keep it here. And I will tell you exactly what is going on. Now, something that's never going to work out is President Trump's relationship with the press. And that is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. So what I'm about to tell you is appalling. There's no other word for it. After Tuesday's speech, Donald Trump left the stage and was walking out of the House chamber. He passed Chief Justice John Roberts, and Donald Trump said this. Go.
Thank you again. Thank you again. Won't forget.
So good. Yeah, it's good.
Okay, so what was he talking about? Thank you again. I'll never forget it. Nobody knows. Oh, that didn't stop the Trump haters, did it? You couldn't possibly have known what he's talking about. There's no context provided at all. Yet, here they go. Roll it.
Thank you again. Thank you again. Won't forget. Donald Trump understands that John Roberts is his guy, who sprang him and saved him from prosecution with his ruling on presidential immunity, which ultimately paved the way for Trump to be elected president again.
And there was a moment there that really stopped my heart. Mm-hmm. And that was when Trump shook hands with the members of the Supreme Court who were there. And those were Kavanaugh, Kagan, Barrett, and Justice Roberts. He said to Justice Roberts, thank you again, won't forget it. Now, what do you think he was referring to? Something like
I thought he helped him get into the men's room.
Well, no, the immunity that he basically passed on.
Okay, so we know who those people are. They have freedom of speech, but the companies that employ them are responsible for what they are saying on national television. Keep that in mind. So Trump heard about this, and here's how he reacted on social media. Quote, I understand they are going crazy asking what it is that I was thanking Justice Roberts for. They never called my office to ask, of course. But if they had, I would have told these sleazebag journalists that I thanked him for swearing me in on Inauguration Day and doing a really good job in so doing. The fake news never quits. All right, there it is. Now, the Trump haters goes, oh, I don't believe Trump. Okay, fine. You don't have to believe what you want to believe, and we all know that is going on. But there is an explanation. And both Hayes and Behar have no backup, none, no context for what they said. They just said it because they hate Trump. So ABC News, that's The View, and NBC News, they've let MSNBC go, but they still control, what is said on the air, should suspend those two people, Hayes and Behar, right? Because of their irresponsible and dishonest remarks. Should, won't. So that's Comcast and Disney. And this is what? The 10,000th time this has happened? And you still have about 2 million people watching The View. And Hayes, he barely gets, I crushed that man every single day for 20 years. Crushed him. head to head. He never had anything. He's a hater. Okay. The reason that I'm making a big deal out of this is because it influences the culture. The good news is the left-wing media is finished in America. It's done. All right, ABC is laying off 200 people. I'll tell you about that later. But it's not coming back. And the reason is because the ideology that they're pushing, CNN, MSNBC, and the networks, it's not acceptable for the majority of Americans. It's just a numbers game. Okay? So they're done. More importantly, much more importantly, the Democratic Party itself is finished for the short term. It'll come back someday. But now it's done. And that happened on Tuesday night as well. So President Trump, as all presidents do, brought in a number of people to highlight in his speech. Laken Riley, the college student in Georgia, was murdered, her mother and sister. A 13-year-old African-American boy had cancer who wanted to be a law enforcement agent. He was given Secret Service credentials. A young woman who was competing against a trans man who smashed a volleyball against her head and gave her brain damage. All of these people. Okay. The Democrats in the chamber did not applaud for any of them. None of them. And you saw that on your television screen while the Republicans stood up and cheered all of these people on. The Democrats just sat there. You're a 13-year-old cancer victim who gets credentials for the Secret Service. You can't applaud for that? Something seriously wrong in that party. And we all know there is. There's no leadership in the party. There's no guidance in the party. I mean, these are people now who don't want peace negotiations in Ukraine. They don't want that. Don't want any anti-trans sports laws. They're fine with the girl getting smashed in the head. Okay? Don't want deportation of undocumented migrants. Don't want that. All right? And it goes on and on and on and on. They don't want to keep criminals in jail, generally speaking. They are fine with every kind of destructive behavior you can think of. And the majority of Americans, even those who don't follow politics and aren't very ideological, they're going, no, we don't want this. And that Democratic Party has not pivoted at all. And they are done. Finished. So here's what I said last night on News Nation. Go. What happened was Trump hatred. And that's what the headline is of the speech last night. When you are hating someone, you lose all perspective. You lose all feeling. You're consumed. And I wrote a book that's going to be out in September called Confronting Evil. And these people who did all these terrible things, they all had one thing in common. They hated. They were just haters across the board. That's what you saw in that chamber last night. You saw it from Green. I thought Al Green was the guy who was saying, love can keep us together, or what, that great soul song. And all of a sudden, this guy from Texas looked like he should be starring in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He's up there, he's flailing around. And I'm going, wait, you think you're helping your party? Do you think anybody at home watching this likes this in the House of Representatives? But he couldn't help it because he hates Trump so much. And that's across the board in the Democratic Party. So Donald Trump has destroyed temporarily the Democratic Party passively because they hate him so much. Overreach. One more thing about our analysis. We said that Stephen Miller might have written a Trump speech. And the Trump people got to me today and said, Ross Worthington, I don't know him, Tony Dolan and Vince Haley, three of them put together that speech. They all work, obviously, for Donald Trump. So I wanted to mention that. And that's the memo. If your business generates $1 to $10 million annually but struggles with rising costs and other challenges, Financial Yield Solutions, Inc., or FYSI for short, has tailored solutions for you. From tax planning to scaling operations and more, FYSI helps businesses thrive. Considering selling? FYSI guides winning exit strategies. Look, AI tech raised $500 billion under the Trump administration so far. Businesses can't afford to be left behind. FYSI can help you explore AI integrations to excel in today's rapidly evolving landscape. With more than 14 years of experience, FYSI specializes in solving the challenges business owners face. Business owners can book a free business review today to transform your operations, boost profits, secure financial futures for you. Visit FYSI.com/Bill, or you can call. Okay, YouTube is skyrocketing. I'd like you to be part of it. It's free. YouTube.com/Bill O'Reilly. And I'm talking about the defiant mayors, what I think might happen to them if they do not obey Homeland Security on the migrant deportations. That is my brand new YouTube commentary. So we would like you to listen to it. About 10 minutes. And it's totally different than on the No Spin News. And I think you'll enjoy it. Let's go to the mail. Michael Pelt, Jacksonville, Florida. I believe Donald Trump is on track to be a great president, but I fear for his safety. Even at an event like the joint address, are members of Congress subjected to metal detector scans? Yes. Everybody in the proximity of the president gets scanned. David, concierge member. David, I hope you're enjoying it. Bill, fascinating comparison with how the Republicans screwed up under President Herbert Hoover and how the Democrats are doing the same thing. I would not have thought to make that excellent analogy. Well, that's why you need to read Confronting the Presidents, David, if you haven't already. Because I have all of the other administrations in the book. And when you read it, then you can bring in the history to what's happening now. So this Sunday on the New York Times bestseller list marks 6 months consecutively that Confronting the Presidents has been on that list. And if you haven't gotten it, it's really good. And if you re-up your membership, you get it free. Tanya, Bill, I just listened to you on YouTube about Putin, and I want to thank you. From someone who grew up in the Soviet Union, I find it repulsive that people who should know better sanitize his vicious murderer. And of course, people who don't know any better are asking, why do we hate Putin? You explain it very well. For someone who lost family members to Stalin's repression, it is very offensive to hear what's going on today. Well, Tanya, my new book, Confronting Evil, features both Putin and Stalin, both of them. And millions will read this book. I don't think they'll allow it to be sold in Russia, but millions around the world will read it, and they will know what your family went through. But our job here is to tell you the truth without any favoritism or any ideology, and that's what we do. Dave Correa, Taunton, Massachusetts. Bill, I'm wondering 2 things. Are the mayors actually held responsible if found to be breaking federal law? It's not that easy. The mayors of the sanctuary cities have to be confronted with a detainment order. So Homeland Security would have to issue an order, send it to the mayor. You are to detain these individuals. Okay? If the mayor says blank you, they can be arrested. But what the mayors usually do is they don't do that. They just privately tell people, don't cooperate. Second question from Dave in Massachusetts. Why aren't they going after senators that give orders about not cooperating? Because you just can't do that. You got to have proof they're not cooperating. Orders, if they were in writing, but these people don't do that. They know. James Bruton, Angleton, Texas. Bill, just finished reading Confronting the President. It's one of the best reads ever. Many are saying the Democratic Party is leaderless. I disagree. Andrew Cuomo might be mayor of New York. Should he win, he would be in line for President of the United States. No. Sorry, James. Never going to happen. He'll win here in New York because the current mayor, Adams, he's done, but that's it for him. He gets a little bit of his power back, but no higher office. He's got too much in his closet. Sandy by O'Fallon, Illinois. Bill, would you tell Stephen A. Smith what great respect I have for him? When he was on The View, they wanted him to say bad things about Trump, but he wouldn't. He gave actual facts. I will definitely do that, Sandy. So Stephen A. and I correspond regularly. Of course, everybody, well, I hope you know about our March 30th show on Long Island, Westbury, at the music fair there. 3 Americans Live, get ready. VIP tickets almost sold out. So if you want to meet Stephen A., Cuomo, and me, your humble correspondent, you got to get on it. Okay, so VIP tickets, not only you get great seats, but you get to meet us after the show. But anyway, it's a hot show. So we hope you will go to BillO'Reilly.com. That's the easiest way. So you got a little icon, you just push it in, you're right in the box office. Sunday, 3 p.m. All right, you have dinner afterward. Easy. Better than a Taylor Swift concert. All right. 3 Americans Live, Westbury, March 30th. Okay, let's go to this store. I'm going to give President Trump a not woke hat. So there I am. Now, Trump always wears the MAGA hats because he's selling them. Are you making a bloody fortune, as we are? I wonder if you'll wear the not woke hat. He's not woke. It's not perfectly compatible, but I'm going to give him one next time I see him. And boy, if he wore that not woke hat, imagine what would happen. So get him before. Also, want to give you our free newsletter. All you got to do is sign up for that, and we'll keep you apprised of everything we are doing. Word of the day: do not be callow. Great word. CALLOW. Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, name and town if you wish to opine. Back with a final thought in a moment. You wouldn't wait for your car to break down to get an oil change, right? Your health should be no different. Don't wait until you get sick to get medications you might need. All Family Pharmacy makes healthcare simple, the way it should be. Whether you need ivermectin, antibiotics, maintenance meds, or other essential prescriptions, they've got you covered. Just order online and they will work with doctors who handle the prescriptions for you. They even ship your medication straight to your door. No waiting rooms, no hassle. Be ready before you need it. Stock up now. Take control of your health. Because when it comes to protecting your family, preparation is everything. Please go to allfamilypharmacy.com/Bill. Use code BILL10 for 10% off your order. That's allfamilypharmacy.com/Bill, code BILL10. Last year, investors scored the highest profits in decades. Unfortunately, the rest of us were held back by stacks of bills and credit card debt. Well, Done with Debt has found a solution. They created a brilliant new strategy designed to tackle debt, put cash back into your hands so you can finally save, invest, and live your life in comfort. Done with Debt goes head to head with credit card and loan companies. Their team of negotiators and legal experts work to significantly reduce your bills, eliminate interest, and erase penalties. Bottom line, Done with Debt helps turn crushing debt into financial freedom. But some of their strategies are time sensitive, so please don't wait. Get the life you deserve. Visit donewithdebt.com. Talk with one of their strategists, absolutely free. Visit donewithdebt.com, donewithdebt.com. Okay, final thought. Yesterday was a very sad day here. Holly passed away. So I wrote a message of the day, which I hope you read every day on BillO'Reilly.com. It's free. There's me and the Terra dog, and I will read you the message, okay? We lost a family member on Wednesday, a beautiful corgi named Holly, brain tumor, 9.5 years old, a good dog in every way. As a puppy, I branded her the Terra dog because she tried to eat the living room. Many of you know Holly because we appointed her the mascot of all of the O'Reilly enterprises. We did everything we could to fight the brain tumor malady, and Holly was loved every minute of every day. Someone asked me how I can anchor a news show knowing about her condition, and I simply said, compartmentalize. My son asked for a corgi in 2015. It was an easy decision. Pets enhance lives. Children cherish them. When I brought Holly home, he cried with joy. Best moment is Holly as a pup. There's a time for every season, the Bible verse goes. And of course, it's true. Nothing can stop fate. What we can do is protect those we love and look out for them. That's often not easy, but good people know it's imperative. Holly enriched all of our lives here in the O'Reilly home, and she will never be forgotten. I'm extremely fortunate to have had her company. There I am with Holly in the signature picture. And you know, we're all grieving, and everybody grieves in different ways, and it's normal and natural to do that. You know, if you're grieving, you'd grieve. That's a good thing. And so what I've decided to do is make a big photo album. And we do have it on BillO'Reilly.com. We have all the pictures, and you can go see them. But I'm going to do it for my family, and let's make a big album of Holly pictures. Because memories are very important. This is what, a lot of people don't respect their memories. Even the bad memories will teach you something. But the good memories really enhance all our lives because every day is new and everything changes. You know, it's never the same. We want to keep it the same, particularly the good times. I mean, I wish Holly were sitting with me right now. But we can't. What we can do is preserve the memories, respect the memories. And I'm going to do that with a big photo album of Holly. And I'm very grateful, by the way, because if it wasn't for my son, I'm a really busy guy and travel all over and everything. But I wouldn't probably have gotten Holly if it wasn't for Spencer. And he really wanted a corgi. And I went down to Georgia, at a breeder in Georgia, to get her. You know, I knew that my son and daughter were going to be thrilled about it, but I didn't know how emotional I would be with the dog. The dog was, you know, a very important part of our lives here. And it was such a nice dog. It was even impossible to get mad at the dog. The dog is just eating, when she's a puppy, she's eating I just couldn't get mad at the dog, you know. Anyway, 9.5 years. You know, I woke up this morning and kind of looking around, and you know how it is. We all go through it, whether it's a person, whether it's a pet, we all go through it, personal loss of people. But wouldn't trade those times for anything. Thank you for watching and listening to the No Spin News. We'll see you again on Monday. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.